Good evening. Tonight I wanted to talk about the current path of Hurricane Irma and what that means for the major cities within the state of Florida. Now, at the lower end of the screen you can see the center of rotation near the Everglades. And this is a more western track, and what that means for the state of Florida is that as the storm heads further north, let's say to Tampa, and also cities like Tallahassee, that those cities would be in the direct path of the storm. And that means the possibility of receiving, let's say, hurricane force winds in those cities, rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches an hour, and then storm surge for the western counties of the state. What this also means, as you look north and east of the center of rotation, is that localities such as Miami and Jacksonville would still receive those hurricane force winds. And we're going to see that in the next image. Again, as the storm tracks on the day Monday to the north, we're seeing the center of rotation again over Tampa and likely to head north to Tallahassee. But then at the same time, cities like Jacksonville receiving the heavy rains. And later in the day, hurricane force winds. And we can better see this again going back to Venture Sky. You can see here, even on Venture Sky, with one of the later runs of the GFS model, that the storm is tracking further to the west. What I've done here is I've shown the rainfall rates per hour. So let's go down here to the southern coast of Florida at this time. Again, rainfall rates between 1 and 2 inches an hour. Again, it hasn't reached Miami yet, so we're just seeing showers off and on at this point. And on Venture Sky, this is around 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's also take a look at the wind speeds at this time. Again, in Miami, we could see winds upwards of 80 miles per hour Sunday morning. And then localities off to the south of there could receive winds up to, let's say, 130 miles per hour. And it's important to note that these strong winds extend out well over 100 miles from the center of the storm. So even if it does take a western track, it would still highly impact places like Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, as it tracks further to the north. So just to summarize what we talked about previously, Irma is tracking closer to Key West, Florida, between that and the Everglades, and will likely make landfall late Sunday. Tampa Bay and Tallahassee are in the crosshairs. We could see Irma moving up through the entire state of Florida. And that means most of the major cities will be impacted with hurricane force winds, rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches an hour, and storm surge throughout the state along the coastal cities and counties of Florida. So I will likely put out another video tomorrow night discussing any changes in the track of Hurricane Irma, but it seems more likely that Florida is going to receive devastating impacts pretty much throughout the entire state. So again, this is not good news, but again, we'll discuss more of this tomorrow night.